Hello and welcome to qualifying ahead of the Hoosier Formula Cup race weekend in Paul Ricard. The final race weekend of the championship this season. I've seen Christmas decorations already out and about in the surrounding areas. I can't believe we're already looking towards Christmas now. So plenty to look forward to, of course, before Christmas, because we've got 3 races to come in the Hoosier Formula Cup. First, though, 2 parts of qualifying. This is the first part of qualifying for the first race. Then we'll have the second part of qualifying, which determines the next race. And then we have 3 races as we go. At the moment, we're not looking like we have the championship contender, Hugh Barter, here. So disappointment to see that we will not have him here for this weekend, but it gives Nano Lopez a bit of a push forward in the championship. Currently leading the championship after a brilliant weekend last time out in Manicourt. And now we're looking to see if he can wrap it all up here and not be under too much pressure from Dylan Est and Aaron Ferrazzano. So still technically championship battle underway. I've got to for win. Points and 296 points for Hugh Barter. In third is Dylan Est, who is on 271, and Matteo Valente, who's had a brilliant start to the championship, currently down in 5th, with Aaron Ferrazzano in 4th. So all still to play for at the moment. So if we look at the maths, then it's 342 points. And that means he's got a 46-point lead going into the final 3 races of the championship. And behind that will be Dylan Est on 71 points. So there's quite a few still that are mathematically able to wrap this championship up. But you would expect at this point that it may go Nano Lopez's way.
On passe maintenant à la catégorie Racer Pro avec sur la 3e marche du podium au volant de numéro 12, Pierre-Henri Brousseau. Allez, s'il vous plaît, on accueille ces pilotes avec des applaudissements, avec des cris.
So car's getting ready then to go back out on track. That's car number 58 you can see there, which is Aaron Ferrazzano, first time joining us this weekend, this season rather, and so far really impressed. The Hoosier Formula Cup is here for gentlemen drivers and young drivers, so drivers that maybe want to test their might out against some of the new young guns that are coming through the categories. Last year's champion Enzo Richer now races still in the Ultimate Formula Cup, but on the prototype 4-hour race, and he's got a 6-hour race this weekend for the GT Endurance, the Kennel GT Endurance. Incident at turn 5, NFA. I'm not sure what that means. I've never seen that. NFA, no further action, I would assume. Someone's abbreviating, and I would assume that's what NFA means. No further action then for that incident at turn 5 with Solian Amrouche and Gilles Depierre. And if they do that the whole weekend, we're going to spend a lot of the time trying to work out what race control are saying. So, car number 58 and 49 under investigation for disrespecting red instructions, RD? It's going to be a long weekend if they do it all like this. Under investigation for disrespecting instructions, basically, in the fast lane. which is car number 58, and which is Aaron Ferrazzano for Winfield Racing, and car number 49, which is Frédéric Morian for KRT. And that's who you can see there, Aaron Ferrazzano, sitting in the lane ready to go back out. And behind, I can't see who is behind, but it doesn't look like 49. Solien Amrouche then out of the car, and she, I'm sure, will be watching her car be put onto the back of a flatbed, and that's never where you want to see your car, unfortunately, especially not at the beginning of qualifying. So there are a couple of spins there, and one being Craig McClatchy as well. So this is car number 23, which is Dylan Est. Currently is in a chance to win the championship. Our wonderful camera person Stefan down there showing us all of the action from the pit lane. Rescue team seem to be trying to work out what to do with Solien Amrouche's car, and they've done it quite a few times. These marshals are pretty skilled in what they're doing. And the car will be put onto the back of a flatbed truck and brought back round to the pit lane, and we will go then back underway for qualifying. 1 minute 39 down, 13 minutes 21 still to go. And this will work out who's on pole position for race 1. But currently now under red flag conditions. This is one of the engineers speaking to one of the Winfield Racing guys, maybe Craig McClatchy. Yes, it is. You can see Chi on the side of his halo. So the Australian just having a chat about maybe about his spin or about the issues that maybe he picked up while he was out there, and the tyres maybe a bit cooler than he's expecting. So both cars then getting removed after an incident here in Paul Ricard. And like I said, this is the final championship of the weekend, of the race weekend rather, of the final race weekend of the championship. Let's get the right way around of saying that. And we've already raced in many many places this season already, and this is the 6th round. And I have to say it's been treating us well as the Ultimate Cup Series this time round. No further action then for 58, which is Aaron Ferrazzano for Winfield Racing. That was for disrespecting something in the fast lane. I don't know what RD instruction means. Race direction instructions in the fast lane. So maybe the race director has said something, and regardless, he's not under investigation anymore. They've decided that he is fine. So this year we've already raced in Paul Ricard, so they've been around this track before at Le Castellet, and they're going again. We've been to Mugello, we've been to Portimao, we've been to Motorland Aragon, we've been to Manicourt, and now here we are for the final of the championship. So red flag conditions do still continue here because of the incident between Solien Amrouche and Gilles de Pierre, which has taken them both out of qualifying. Cars now heading back to the pit lane. We should be back underway very shortly. Best lap deleted for car number 49, which was Frédéric Morian, and to be honest, probably fine. To be fair, they've been out for a minute and a half. There's not exactly fast laps coming in at that point, so if you want to have the fast lap taken away, you might as well have it after 1 minute 39 and a red flag out there. So I don't think Frédéric Morian will be that upset by that. So yeah. So long enough wait, I think, here now to go back under qualifying conditions. red flag still showing out there while they removed the two cars that were facing each other as they crashed into each other. As they crashed into each other, Soliane Amrouche was stationary and Chiltepierre unfortunately didn't spot her in time and drove into her. So far we've had great racing out there at the moment. In Paul Ricard, we saw Hugh Barter dominate and won in all 3 races. And then Mugello was Nano Lopez's race weekend, and he won. He was in pole position for both races and picked up 2 wins, and Hugh Barter picked up the 3rd. And then we went to the Algarve, and that was again Hugh Barter's weekend. He was on pole position, he won all 3 races, and he was the fastest lap for all of them, and Winfield Racing with it took control of the championship, and then unfortunately sat out Motorland Aragon, and he had an illness. So it was a great weekend that weekend for Aaron Ferrazzano, who picked up 2 wins, and Nano Lopez picked up the 3rd. And then last time out at Manicourt, we saw Hugh Barter pick up 2 race wins and Dylan Est pick up his 2nd win of the season. And then now here we are in Circuit Paul Ricard. So red flag then still being shown, but we shouldn't have long left, I don't think, because the fast lane is now open. And we should get going again and get qualifying underway. Green flag is shown then. You can see that on the right side of the pit lane. And we are back underway for qualifying. Aaron Ferrazzano first out, and looking for some clear air out there. Just behind him, car number 49, which is Frederick Morahan. So, back underway then for qualifying. We've got a new driver in Hugo Martinello for Formula Motorsport. Joining us for the final race weekend of the weekend, Jeremy Clavard also rejoins us, and Andre Rodriguez is the TBC racing driver that's now here for Winfield Racing. So some new names. Andre Rodriguez is racing under the American flag in the Rookie Cup. And we've also got a new racer for TS Corsa in Clement Herrera Rab. So nice to see some new faces among the 18 drivers out there. A big field of drivers battling it out for position at the moment in the first qualifying session. So red flag now over. Cars will make their way around, get a bit of heat in their tyres, trying to set the fastest lap. With the Hoosier Formula Cup, you usually see time start to tumble as the time goes on. So Hugo Martinello will be car number 3, and he's racing under the French flag. Other new drivers is Clement Herrera Rab, who is car number 25, racing for TS Corsa. And then so Jeremy Clavard has joined us again for Stat Racing, car number 91. And Hugo Martinello will be car number 3. I don't know if I just said that, I think I did. So times will start tumbling in now. Nano Lopez currently down in 13th, in a bit of traffic behind, but times will start coming in as they go round on their second lap. Andre Rodriguez is the other one I was meant to tell you about, which is car number 7. He's a number to start this weekend. But very much looking at the championship battle really at this stage, with Nano Lopez leading the way and Dylan Est, who mathematically could do this. Bit of a plume of smoke there, so probably a lock-up. Aaron Ferrazzano then fastest as it stands. Times are still coming in at the moment. Dylan Estra setting the fastest first sector for Formula Motorsport, but he's down in the second sector. Hugo Martinello is up in third at the moment as it stands. Laurent Vutic setting the fastest second sector. And Nano Lopez then is the championship leader, now taken away that fastest middle sector. So let's see what he can do for TS Corsa. Currently down in seventh at the moment is Nano Lopez, the championship leader, car number 24. And let's see what they can do here. Seventh then, there is car number 7 is Andre Rodriguez, Winfield Racing. Nice to see him new in the championship. Aaron Ferrazzano then, oh, we've got another spin. Car number 49, I think that is. And that's Frederick Morahan again for KRT. So yellow's out in the third sector. So anyone that was on a fast lap is going to have their final lap compromised because we've got yellows out. Aaron Ferrazzano then sets the fastest time of a 2:05.9. That is who we're following right now, and he's set a personal best in the first sector. Dylan Estra then sets a fastest third sector, so I hope he was through the yellows by that point. So time's starting to tumble in now. 8 minutes left on the clock. Still not going to be a complete true story of the qualifying session as it stands, because the times start to take their time to tumble in. Car number 24 being looked at rather for track limits, lap deleted. And that, unfortunately, is our championship leader, Nano Lopez, down for TS Corsa. So his fastest lap is deleted, and he finds himself down now in 15th. So got a couple more minutes to get a fast lap out there. They're at the moment setting times of just over 2 minutes. And he's got 7.5 minutes to go. So can set a few more laps out there. Just depending on how much tyre life they've got. That'll be track limits for like Dylan Est, I think it was. Bumping over the curbs a little bit there. This is Aaron Ferrazzano, who's on another fast lap. So let's stay with that Aaron Ferrazzano if we can, coming through the final few corners there. And that's Dylan Est, but let's see if Aaron Ferrazzano can better his own time. Coming through the final few corners then is Aaron Ferrazzano. And it is the fastest time for Aaron Ferrazzano then. And he sets the time of a 2:03.8, so 0.8 quicker than for Aaron Ferrazzano, car number 58, Winfield Racing. That's who you're seeing in our screen right now. So brilliant work from Aaron Ferrazzano to go fastest overall. And let's see then what's going to happen to Nano Lopez. He's down in the, I think he's had a spin actually, Nano Lopez, because he's got a really long first sector down in 24th. So don't know what's happened to the championship leader, but he needs to have a good clean lap and see if he can get at least even into the top 5. Dylan Est then 0.8 off at the moment, nearly a second behind. Laurent Vutic for the gentleman category, 2 seconds behind, but still leading the way for the gentlemen. This is Aaron Ferrazzano then probably thinking, I might have done it here, though he has just set a fastest purple sector in first sector and second sector as well. So Aaron Ferrazzano there, it looks like he's going to set another very quick time. Just as I said that, Dylan Estra then takes away the fastest second sector. So at the moment, it's between car number 23 and car number 58. Nano Lopez down in 16th, the championship leader, showing on my timing screen is in 2 personal bests in sector 1 and 2. No purples though at the moment for Nano Lopez. Let's see if we can see where Nano is on the track at the moment. Car number 24, and he is in the second sector coming around turn 11 up towards turn 12. He'll come past the start-finish straight very shortly. 5 minutes left on the clock, and Aaron Ferrazzano betters his time again by 1 minute and 2. Oh, very quick lap then from Dylan Estra, moves himself back up to second, and car number 23 takes nearly 4 seconds between the two now, so he's cut it by nearly a second. That is a brilliant lap from Dylan Estra. Matteo Valente moves up to third as well. 2.5 seconds behind. That is Dylan Estra, who's having a lovely time out there, knows the track well, local to France. Very famous brother, works races in the Porsches in Kevenest. So lots going on out there at the moment. Nano Lopez's fastest lap could only take him to 10th as it stands, so not what the TS Corsa driver will need. Aaron Ferrazzano then sets a 2:03.4, nearly 4/10 quicker than Dylan Est, but you have to say Dylan Est was quite remarkable in that. We've got a spin there for car number 7, which is Andre Rodriguez, who has been joining us this weekend. He's racing under the American flag for Winfield Racing, and it is first time out there in this car, so just getting used to it at the moment. 3.5 minutes left on the clock, and it looks like it's Aaron Ferrazzano's session as it stands. Matteo Valente, who sits third at the moment. So this is not what Nano Lopez will want to see, because Nano Lopez is currently down in 16th at the moment. So I don't know if they've had a setup issue or something for TS Corsa. I know he had his best lap deleted at the beginning, but to think that he can't then set any quicker time. Aaron Ferrazzano once again on a quick lap. He set a 2:03.4. He was 4/10 quicker than Dylan Est. What time can he take out of his lap time here, Aaron Ferrazzano? And he sets another fastest lap, and he betters it by 4/10. But Dylan Est then bettered his by 3/10, and now there's 5/10 between them. So half a second between them. Quick maths there from me. And I'm not entirely sure I did it right, so let's just ignore that and say half a second then between Aaron Ferrazzano and Dylan Est. This is Laurent Vutic leading the way for the gentleman class down in 4th at the moment, and actually just been leapfrogged by Matteo Valente. Nano Lopez finally gets his way up to the top 5 in the dying moments of this qualifying session and manages to set a 2:04.4, and he just had that lap time deleted. So unfortunate again for Nano Lopez, moves back down to 16th. Best track time, track limits deleted then, yeah, car number 24. Lap 5 and best time deleted. So Nano Lopez starts again, and I don't think, unless he can better this last lap, he's on a personal best at the moment. Let's see. Aaron Ferrazzano on not a particularly fast lap here. Let's see if we can find Nano Lopez, though. He should be in the second sector, and he'll be, at the moment, coming round, I think, turn 6 or 7. Let's see if we can see what he does on this lap. And this is it's a personal best again. And there he is, car number 24, just coming through. Then there is Nano Lopez. Let's see what he can do in this final sector. This is make or break then for Nano Lopez, the championship leader, just coming round the final few corners here at Paul Ricard. And can he better his time being down in 16th? He's had a couple of laps deleted due to track limits. So let's see what he can do. He's got a lot on his shoulders here, does the championship leader. And it's a little bit squiffy out there, a bit for him, sliding around slightly, keeping it on the track though, which is the most important thing. He's only got 10 seconds to do it. Can he cross the lines? Crossing the line now. Let's see what he can do. Nano Lopez moves himself up to third. Now, can he keep that one? It was a nice clean lap of what we saw from Nano Lopez, but he's had his times deleted as it's gone along. Now, race control are quite quick to find out whether it will be deleted or not. Checkered flag is out. Aaron Ferrazzano, with his very quick time, has taken pole position for the first race of the session for the Hoosier Formula Cup. And in the dying moments of qualifying, Nano Lopez has managed to get that TS Corsa car up to third place. The championship leader is still in the hunt to win the championship by the end of this weekend, but by the skin of his teeth. Dylan S then is second for Formula Motorsport, car number 23. Matteo Valente down in fourth for Artline Virage. Andre Rodriguez, not a bad work for him, down in fifth. Winfield Racing, despite the spin, has done an amazing job. We'll read you through all of the top 18 drivers very shortly, but good work from Aaron Ferrazzano then to pretty much keep it within the lines where he needed to and not fall victim of track limits. And that's what you need to do around a track like this, is keep it on the track. So Dylan S then will start second. Third is Nano Lopez, hasn't had that lap time deleted, so great work from him. Matteo Valente fourth, Andre Rodriguez down in fifth. Laurent Vutic for the gentleman drivers is starting on pole position for the gentlemen, but down in sixth overall. Hugo Martinello, again, on debut. Formula Motorsport, good work from him. And everyone should have crossed the line by now. Two drivers that didn't make it out in qualifying are Gilles de Pierre and Solian Ambrouche, after crashing early on in the session, minute and a half in, and unfortunately crashed out. So all the cars will make their way back round to the pit lane and line up again for the second part of qualifying. Here we are then. Aaron Ferrazzano on pole position. Dylan S will start second alongside him. Nano Lopez, the championship leader, in third. Matteo Valente in fourth. Andre Rodriguez in fifth. Laurent Vutic sixth. Hugo Martinello in seventh. And Clavod in eighth. Not bad work for him either, down in eighth at the moment. Auburn Robert Prince ninth. And then another new starter in Herta in 10th. Frederick Boileau 11th, Walter Ricard 12th, Frederick Marahan having a few issues out there 13th, McClatchy 14th, Boucher 15th, and Thierry Malholm in 16th. So we do have another part of qualifying to come very quickly off the back of this. So 15 minutes will be reset on the clock. And we'll wait for these cars to head back out on track. For the second part of qualifying. So stay with us, because we will bring you the second part of qualifying for the Hoosier Formula Cup. Find out who's going to be on pole position for the second race here at Paul Ricard. We'll be back shortly.
démarrer dans moins d'une quinzaine de secondes.
So welcome back, green flag back out then for the second part of the Hoosier Formula Cup qualifying session. Green flag underway, Dylan Est, the first to get out into clean air this time, followed by Auburn Robert Prince. Nice to see Robert Prince back as well for Formula Motorsport. Haven't seen him over the last couple of race weekends, so always good to see a familiar face back. Aaron Ferrazzano then setting the pace for that first part of qualifying, followed by Dylan Est. Two drivers that can still technically and mathematically win the championship, but as it stands, Nano Lopez is the one to beat in terms of points, because his closest another spin. Who's this one? Is that Craig McClatchy? Craig McClatchy then spins again, nearly takes out the championship leader in Nano Lopez, but luckily he sees him in time. So I'm not sure if he's struggling on those cold tyres, is Craig McClatchy, but always difficult when they start spinning. So tyres warming up on the cars, and qualifying getting underway for the grid for the second race of the weekend. And we'll have the first race very shortly, actually. There isn't long to wait until the first race of the Hoosier Formula Cup. Race 1 will be at 3:15 local time here in France. And that's the one Aaron Ferrazzano will be on pole position for. And then the second race will be very early. Set your times, set your clocks, set your watches, set your alarms for 8:10 tomorrow morning. We'll have the second race of the season, the race weekend, and that will decide. This will be the one that decides who will be on pole position for that one. So Hugo Martinello there in car number 3. That's Walter Ricard, and he's currently batting it out at the moment with Laurent Vutic for the championship points. Back looking then at Dylan Est, setting the fastest middle sector. Times will start tumbling in. Takes a while for these tyres to warm up and really get some true understanding of who's fastest out there. You tend to get a fast driver and then other drivers start speeding up round them, so it takes a couple of laps for them just to get some heat in the tyres. Shouldn't be too cold because they've already been out there, but the tyre temperature does drop very quickly for these drivers and the cars. So Dylan Est then on a fast lap, car number 23, starting second in the race coming up this afternoon. And big lock up there from Dylan Est going into turn 8 and down towards the back straight at 9. And the right-hander then here at turn number 10, before you get to a weird sort of wobbly bit at turn 11. Fastest second sector then for Dylan Est. Let's see how he can do in the final sector. And he's making his way round turn 11 up towards turn 12 and 13. And he's on for a good lap here, is Dylan Est. Can he take pole position? And he's got 11 minutes then left on the clock, and this will be the first fastest lap we have out there. And unless he does something catastrophic in this final lap, it'll be Dylan Est that sets the pace early on here. Comes across the timing beam, and let's see what he can set. Fastest third sector as well of a 2:03.2. So good work from Dylan Est. Let's see where everyone else falls into place. Robin Albert Prince is 2.5 seconds behind that. Hugo Martinello 2 seconds behind them for Formula Motorsport. So Matteo Valente 2.5 seconds off. Nano Lopez then half a second behind for TS Corsa, but it's Dylan Est leading the way as it stands. Not doing that like that though, Dylan. You're losing it slightly. Keep it between the 2 white lines and you'll be fine. Dylan S then fastest in the first sector once again, and at the moment the man that was on pole position, Aaron Ferrazzano, down in 16th. Still lots of time left. Nano Lopez then, the championship leader, up in second. Yellows are out in the first sector then. So what's happened in sector 1? I think it could have been a spin once again for Craig McClatchy. He's currently in the first sector, coming out of turn 1 and 2. He might have had a spin, but doesn't look like there's much going on, and green flags are back out there now. 10 minutes left on the clock then. Dylan S wasn't caught up by that yellow flag, and a set of fastest first sector and a fastest second sector. He's about to better his own time. And good work again from Dylan S. A track he enjoys. This is Auburn Robert Prince for the gentleman category, down at the moment in 6th. Nano Lopez has set a fastest middle sector, taking it from Dylan S then. So let's see what he can do in the final sector here. We're following Dylan S here around the final few corners and to the start-finish straight. What can he do? Can he better his time of a 2:03.255? And currently is a second quicker than the rest of the field is Dylan S. And he's down in the third sector, so doesn't better his time, but Nano Lopez, however, could. Nope, down in the second sector as well. Does take a little bit of time out of his Dylan S advantage, but only by 2/10. So let's see what Nano Lopez here, car number 24, can do in the second sector. So Nano Lopez, TS Corsa, currently second at the moment, leading the championship. Has done a fast lap just now. Let's see what he can do with this lap. He's got a personal best in the first sector, but it's Dylan S once again who is quicker by about 3/10 in the first sector. So that's a massive amount, and faster in the second sector as well. So let's see what car number 23 can do, Dylan S. At the moment set at 2.2, and he is 8/10 quicker than Nano Lopez, but he's on another blistering lap out there is Dylan S. What can he do coming past the third sector? Aaron Ferrazzano has moved his way up to second after a blistering third sector, and he is now only 2/10, under 2/10 behind Dylan S. So where did that come from for our pole sitter for race 1? Out of nowhere, seemingly. This is Nano Lopez then. Let's see what he can do in the final sector. He's going to need a fast final sector to leapfrog over Aaron Ferrazzano again. Dylan S then struggling in that third sector and down again. Nano Lopez, though, comes through the final few corners and up towards the start-finish straight again. What can he do in the final sector? Here he comes past the timing beam now and goes up to second. So a better lap from him and pushes Aaron Ferrazzano down to third, now 3/10 behind Dylan S. So Dylan S still leading the way. Aaron Ferrazzano there slightly in the same place as Nano Lopez. They'll be battling it out for the, ooh, bit of a slide then, so that won't do it there. So Nano Lopez will completely abandon this lap because he's taken the runoff area and he would have lost way too much time, and even if he did set a faster time, he would have it taken away for track limits. So he's going to have to abort this lap with 5.5 seconds left on the clock. He can go again because we're circulating at around 2 seconds out there. 2 minutes rather, not 2 seconds. Dylan S then still fastest on a 2.2, and he is 3/10 quicker than the rest of the field. Quite close at the front. Nano Lopez 3 tenths behind. Aaron Ferrazzano 5 tenths behind. Andre Rodriguez once again making his way up to 4th. He is a 2.5 behind, however. So let's re-watch Nano Lopez. Loses the rear end, corrects himself, but by that point facing the wrong way on the track and chooses to go for the runoff area instead, and a little escape route for him there as well. So not what you want to be seeing at this point in qualifying. And he will have to have abandoned this lap because he would have picked up about 6 tenths. And he will have a slower lap this time around. So he's going to nurse it back round to the start-finish straight, where he will see if he can wind it up and go again. But everyone's kind of slowing down a little bit out there now. That's car number 91, which is Jeremy Clavard down for Stack Racing. Track limits already coming in. Car number 33, Thierry Mahon, has had his track time deleted. Quite a few at turn 3, turn 4 and turn 9, they're getting caught out. Nano Lopez having his last lap deleted as well. Currently still sits down in 3rd as it stands. And also Matteo Valente for Artline Virage has just had his time deleted as well, currently sitting 4th at the moment. So car number 91 needing to be a bit careful of track limits there. Jeremy Clavard joining us again for this weekend. 3 minutes left on the clock at the moment. Aaron Ferrazzano setting the fastest time, 2 tenths quicker than the rest of the field. When did Aaron Ferrazzano do that? I must have missed that one happen. Sorry, Dylan Est was leading the way, and now Aaron Ferrazzano is currently in pole position. So somewhere along the line, he had an incredibly fast lap, and that was completely my fault for missing that one. 2 tenths behind then is Dylan Est in 2nd place for Formula Motorsport. Car number 7 track limits reported, and another lap time has been deleted. And that is currently for Andre Rodriguez down in 5th at the moment for Winfield Racing. So Aaron Ferrazzano currently quickest at the moment and set a quicker time on his last lap. Sorry, he was down on the last lap. Dylan Est set a fastest time. So actually it's 0.05 of a second between Dylan Est and Aaron Ferrazzano now. So incredibly close between the two. Nano Lopez down in 3rd with about 6 tenths behind. So unless anyone's on a fast lap now, this probably is going to be how we see it. Andre Rodriguez is on a quick lap, personal bests, but not quick. Aaron Ferrazzano sets the fastest middle sector. He's already on pole position. Dylan Est is down in the 1st sector. Nano Lopez personal best in the 1st sector on his final lap. So what can car number 24 do? Nano Lopez coming across the line. Can he take pole position from Aaron Ferrazzano? He's currently 6 tenths behind the pole sitter. So he's going to have to put in an incredibly quick lap here to see if he can get better than 3rd place. And this is Jeremy Clavard down in 8th at the moment for Stack Racing. And Aaron Ferrazzano, fastest in the 3rd sector, betters his time and puts on 2 tenths, nearly 3 tenths between Dylan Est and himself now. Dylan Est is down on this lap, so he won't be in contention for pole position. Nano Lopez down in the 2nd sector as well. So Solly and Amrouche facing the wrong way once again. So let's see what's going on in that 1st sector with the car facing the wrong way. Green's now back underway. I think it was Solly and Amrouche. She has the red livery. there in the background of the shot is Solly and Amrouche. Yes, it was, well, it was car number 49, so it was Frédéric Morehan. Sorry about that for KRT. Spartan has rejoined at turn 5. And the checkered flag is out. Nano Lopez wasn't able to better his time, the championship leader, down in 3rd at the moment. Dylan Est then 2nd, but it's Aaron Ferrazzano back-to-back qualifying madness for him. Brilliant work, and it's back-to-back pole positions for Aaron Ferrazzano. So brilliant work from the Winfield Racing driver. He has opened up this championship again, and mathematically is able to take the win this weekend, but he's going to have to put in a lot of points, and Nano Lopez is going to have a really bad weekend for that to happen. The Belgium driver has had such a good time out in Motorland Aragon. He had a great time winning twice out there and really gave himself a chance to fight for this championship. But it's Nano Lopez who, of course, is leading the way. So Aaron Ferrazzano there, car number 58. He'll be incredibly pleased with that. 2 pole positions back-to-back. Dylan Est then starts from 2nd again. 3rd will be Nano Lopez. Matteo Valente 4th. Andre Rodriguez once again. Very good work from him. 5th place for Andre Rodriguez. Hugo Martinello down in 6th, Laurent Vutic down in 7th, Jeremy Clavard down in 8th, and Auburn Robert Prince down in 9th. Craig McClatchy, good qualifying session for the Australian, down in 10th. We've had track limits reported for car number 23. That time has been deleted. Oh, that is Dylan Est. And the reason I stuttered slightly there, so I didn't know if it was going to be his fastest taken away, but it was his lap after his fastest. So he remains in 2nd place, does the rookie driver down in 7th. So they all come back to the pit lane now. And 2 cars did not take a part in it. I should have known it wasn't Solly and Amrouche that spun, actually, because she had a crash in the first part of qualifying and they wouldn't have got out in time. Engineers work incredibly hard, but sometimes not hard enough to get cars back out that unfortunately have been involved in a crash. So Solly Amrouche, Gilles de Pierre did not take part in this session. So back-to-back then pole positions for Aaron Ferrazzano for Winfield Racing. And the first race will get underway this afternoon at 2:45 local time, with Aaron Ferrazzano on pole position, our championship leader. Nano Lopez will start 3rd, and same for tomorrow morning for the race that gets underway at 8 AM for the Hoosier Formula Cup. So do make sure you join us for that. More racing, of course, to come from the Ultimate Formula Cup race weekend. We're here all weekend, as well as on Monday as well, for more racing. We've got 6 hours and of the GT Endurance Cup, and then 4 hours of the Prototype Endurance. Which will be exciting to watch, I'm sure. More racing, of course, to come here, though. And this is the confirmation then of the overall classification. Like I said, Aaron Ferrazzano on pole position, Dylan Est in 2nd, Nano Lopez 3rd, Matteo Valente 4th, Andre Rodriguez 5th, Laurent Vutic 6th, Hugo Martinello 7th, Auburn Robert Prince, good qualifying session from him, Clavard in 9th, Huerta in 10th, Frédéric Boileau 11th, Ricard in 12th, Frédéric Morehan in 13th, Craig McClatchy 14th, Alain Boucher 15th, Thierry Malholm rounding up the top 16. 2 drivers did not take place, Solly and Amrouche and Gilles de Pierre. We will be back, of course, for the first race of the weekend in the Hoosier Formula Cup at 2:45 local time. Do make sure you join us then. But for now, it's Aaron Ferrazzano who's on top.
La première course, l'ultime. Ultimate Discrete Cup.
Être un bon traiteur, c'est être intransigeant sur la qualité. On ne fait du bon qu'avec le meilleur. C'est être impitoyable sur les recettes. Quand c'est bon, il n'y a rien à ajouter, rien à enlever. C'est être irréprochable sur le goût. Il faut prendre du plaisir pour en donner. Voilà, pour être un bon traiteur, il faut être intraitable.
Parfaitement intraitable.
name and I'll be there for you.